Yeah, fairies are the origins of Scorincan originally. But yeah, the Wild Hunt didn't have to deal with Scorincan.
Because
like, not in like an extinction sense. Yeah, well, the Scorincan don't come at them, and secondly, like, they don't need to commit genocide on them. They're like rats. They're like cockroaches. They just keep populating back up anyways. Like, the Wild Hunt isn't like thousands of people. It's like a couple dozen. Maybe 100 at its like most ceremonial peak. Like, not a lot of fairies just join in on the Wild Hunt. And most of the time they're temporary joinings, like they're not permanent. Not that you're really high up, I guess. That's a bit more permanent.
And the mentions of the Scorincan, it makes it sound like they just shoot the fucker. They don't have any specific method. How about more as like a history thing? What was their when the Night of Tempest happened? What did they do? If that information is available.
Roll me investigation.
Sure. Investigation 5. Well, it was a 5.
10.
Yeah, 5 plus 5.
No guidance. So it's just 10 by 10.
Yeah.
It does look as if like the traders were afflicted by the Night of Tempest as well. Not to the same magnitude or degree as the provinces, but that's simply because traders are a lot less numerous, and what numbers they have are a lot more advanced. Looks at case study behind you. It's like that. Like, the traders have had to have such an advanced detection and defense system because they weren't just dealing with Scorincan, they had to deal with the provinces. Right? Provincial security against traders is internal. Trader defense against the provinces is external. So, and also just by outright proportionality and percentage, like, they had less to lose, so therefore they didn't lose as much.
Okay.
You know, it's like that. So they were hit by it too, but they managed to hold their own a lot more, and also because they are more familiar with the land. Like, a lot of trader towns that are here for a while. They still had casualties.
Some of them originated from
plenty. Yeah. They still had plenty of casualties. I'm not talking like the 99% death rate of the provinces. It's more over like 20%, 30%.
Still high comparatively, but also
so decently high, especially for a small population count.
Yeah. So no, like, for lack of a better term, divine intervention or anything. It was just them standing on their own 2 feet.
They did, in the sense of tech.
Okay.
Their tech is based upon is devoted to their god, and they can get empowered by it.
Are there any like fucking like priests around here, or is that like an archaic idea?
You haven't seen one.
I mean, the teleportation area was considered a shrine to a degree.
Yep, and as you're looking into these documents on the Night of Tempest, their tech is their power.
Okay.
To be a scientist is to be a religious person. Similar to like old school Renaissance bright minds. They believe that their devotion to progress is devotion to God. And in this case, they're 100% right. And look at the tech behind you.
I got an instant Magitech vibe as soon as the session started.
I mean, given the music is called Children of the Omnissiah, that's 100% what the Adeptus Mechanicus are. They're techno priests. Yeah, I think it's pretty fitting.
Yeah, that tracks. It's good confirmation.
Yeah, that's what you got for 10. If I sound far away, it's because I'm opening my window.
I would have guessed. Actually, should I? I don't want to.
Alright, open my window.
This reminds me, how did my tribe suffer at all during the Night of Tempest?
I imagine that was mostly wiped out.
Probably, but like, how to put this? The Night of Tempest, it earned its name as Tempest because it's a wave of destruction and slaughter. But just like a wave in real life, if you go under it, you don't get hit by the force of it.
Yeah.
If you can dodge the Night of Tempest in its very large wake, you're fine. You can't hide a town, but you can hide a tribe.
Yes.
And that's what you did.
So we probably realized, like, or
you probably got omens that something bad was about to happen, to be honest.
Yeah, so to raise his mind, he would have probably by now put 2 and 2 together and be like, Oh yeah, I remember there was something with the Scornkin back a while ago.
Grave quarters. Yeah, like the Knight of Tempest earns its name not only because it's a maelstrom of death and destruction, but because it was a cataclysm that was able to be circumvented if you had the skill for it. The catch is, when there's so many Scornkin making a fucking marching line, how do you dodge it? You be very, 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 very clever and know the ways of your ancestors.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. Thanks for bringing that line of thought to me, Garth. Appreciate it.
See, we answered the backstory after the backstory is delivered. Easy clap. It's easier to put stuff in retrospective and retroactively put stuff in versus write yourself into a corner. So, yeah, that's what you guys get from your respective books, and it sounds like you guys want to go back to your room.
And hopefully the card reappears.
You guys get a score back. I hope to be seeing you both amidst our number and back here, perhaps. You both do seem studious.
Sure.
I think I'm ready to die before joining you. Shame. Don't worry. I'm sure Strauss has ways.
Would I be able to, like, snatch the bookmark? That would possibly bring attention to the bookmark.
No.
Existence. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about it. It's just like,
I mean,
the idea
okay,
of, like,
I'll put it like this. You can try.
Yeah.
You can try. You will roll against the guard's perception.
Yeah. It also ticked in my head. It's just like, me bringing attention to the bookmark. If anybody catches that, that becomes a situation of, hey, why is this bookmark important to her suddenly? So I'm gonna not, because I'd logic that out in my head.
Like a deep cover agent.
Yeah, maybe not do that. Just mention her to Jesse later. Maybe not mention Jesse. We don't know who to trust. Not
you can
not
mention it to Jesse.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. It's just mention it to Jesse when you're sure nobody else is listening. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Delta Force, our boys in blue. They're also a cause of a lot of notoriety for the U.S., but that's neither here nor there.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
I mean, they're purposely a deep strike team, like
deep,
meant to intermingle amidst, Arabic community, but still carry out like assassination, recon missions, that sort of like exfiltration, like that sort of stuff. Like, there's no way they wouldn't be notorious.
They're known, but only too late for the enemies.
Yeah, they're a badly kept secret. But that's a catch. Like, they were purposely told to like grow out facial hair, change up their hairstyles, to look like they fit into the community. And they were pretty successful. Up until, we had to disband them for no particular political reason. Anyways, but they're not disbanded. I think Operation Simple came to an end after the war in Iraq came to close. Anyways, modern American history aside, you guys go back to your room. Don't worry, you guys don't see Carmilla, you guys don't see Leopold, nothing happens. You guys are escorted back to your room and put back into it. Abigail's like stretching. That's getting there's Steph in the archive chair. She's like stretching. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't very comfy.
Sorry, I just kind of stick you guys there for a minute.
No, it's fine. I don't imagine we would have done much else in here except, drink and eat.
Wait, can this thing make alcohol? Of course it can make alcohol. I have it. Someone up some ale.
I'll go there.
Hey, I am disappointed at how cool I still find that. Drinks.
Sure.
Don't join them.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
you do check your pocket. The ace is there.
Yeah. Okay.
Breath of relief.
Breath of relief.
Well, that's simply the clause of the anti-magic field. Like, it does specifically say that objects and creatures do come back.
Yeah.
Unless their duration ends or whatever, but
yeah,
that's indefinite.
I imagine that was the thing, or else you probably would have cut us off like 10-15 minutes into being like, okay, the card is our only possible.
No, it wouldn't have. It would have been pretty funny though.
God,
I would have cried. Actually would have cried.
Hey nerds, your entire plan was completely pointless. Eat shit. Oh no.
Well, guess I'm a traitor now.
Well, you're gonna be. That's the thing. If you guys don't get out of it, you're either traitors or dead, one way or another.
Okay,
Because
so
the catch with the marks, they could force you to be one of them.
Yeah, you made that apparent. You made that clear.
No, I'm not talking in the sense of you're one of us. Look at this cool tattoo. Like, you lose your free will.
Oh, that's even worse. God,
Like,
it's so much worse. This is how they got the
again,
Watcher.
again, your characters, you guys wouldn't have access to your character sheets because you aren't playing them no more. If you become a traitor,
It's Soviet Russia.
out by force, or you guys could just become traders and then keep playing them for as long as you guys follow orders.
there is a
Got
weird
it.
irony in that, I think.
Here's the cool
What,
thing.
stealing free will to earn free will? Yeah, necessary measures.
Yeah.
That
Here's
is
the fun
justify the
thing.
means, right?
This does
Looks at
kind of
O's
open
quote.
up the opportunity of a one-shot where we play as traders. Downside, that's a lot of information that
I threw out Owen Fred of them playing traders,
Yeah.
but too much complication.
It's like, what do I tell them?
So,
What do I don't tell
about
them?
that card.
Yes. Shall we make an attempt?
I was hoping you guys would like change gears to the other group for a minute.
Oh no.
Alright, so it's just like fucking sit down and watch a movie time for Fred.
Yeah, I mean, I got my Pringles. I finished the cookies.
Can we take like a couple minutes break so I can use the bathroom real quick?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah, look up music anyways.
Hey,
Okay,
it'll
I'll
give
jump
you
off
some
the
time
bathroom
to
too then.
formulate exactly what you want to achieve. So maybe you want to get on that? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go pee as well.
Alright.
Oh man.
Interesting stuff. I'm sorry that you're sort of out of it though.
No, don't worry about it. It's great. It gives me some time to chill with my brain. Reduces the what's the word? Strain.
Okay, well that's not worth it.
Yo, I have shish kebabs.
Welcome back.
Nice.
Hi. Yeah. We've never had shish kebabs like ever. Go on.
Were you gone before I know Kirsty heard what I said, but I think that you should
Yeah, I'm just
define exactly what it is you want the card to do, you and Kirsty.
Yeah, it's kind of like when using a wish spell. The more specific, the better.
Yes, precisely. You catch my drift.
Because yeah, it's a thing of like, if we just pause ourselves and maybe our location or something, and just have the planet keep rotating around us, essentially, is the idea I have. Until we end up in a spot, we could end up like hundreds of thousands of years in the future, in theory, if we don't specify. Oh yeah, it cycles until it hits a certain point, and then we go back to when we were. If that makes sense.
Oh, you want to time skip as well?
That's not no. I'm trying to avoid time skipping. Because like the idea in my head is that like if we pause where we are location wise and just have the Earth move under us until we find the spot that we want, then if the Earth is moving, in theory the Earth itself is going through time.
Hello.
Hi. So it's a thing of like, we're paused, everything else isn't. So we should add like the clause of like, hey, we go back to the time we want at this location instead. Okay, let's not throw the pen into my eyeball. Thank you.
I mean, that's
I was using the bathroom and I just got a good idea.
I don't like that.
Why not?
Good ideas are great, man.
But yeah, so
Speaking of
You're-
good ideas, I was telling my wife about a scene that I'm working on, which is why I asked about the exploding heart.
I
I
never would have guessed. I thought you were just curious.
Yeah. No. And
No, that's crazy.
apparently it gave her nightmares. So that's whoops.
Wait, what? How do you know it gave her nightmares?
Because you told me about
him.
it.
Oh, you told it to her before. I thought you meant like you told her at the beginning of session today. And
No,
I was like, she took a nap and had nightmares in between?
No, that was last night. Gotta get those horror elements right, you know?
Hell yeah. So, okay, one of my ideas didn't pan out, that's fine. So, you guys ready?
Gotta get ready to die. So,
emotionally not quite, but here we go.
oh, that's nice.
Understandable.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Yep. Okay, so
Alright, hold on, let me do the music first.
the plan is to take a step out of time and wait until we realign with
Where we want to be.
yeah.
Type to me exactly what you want this desire to be.
Okay.
And
This
when
feels
it's the
very
final
Castlevania.
draft, put at here. That'll really highlight it. Literally.
I'll just- oh, okay.
Can check that off your bucket list.
Step out of
Designing it
time.
Yeah.
You know,
just
funny. I'm looking at O's channel, and then someone posted in his server that they just did this. I'll post it. I'll steal it rather. Why do they like this? What's
He's
this?
around.
They posted that. And I can't help.
The last time of mine.
I can't help but find it very fit. Like he's using
God,
the music
no.
that I was just using. They're doing that time shit, and they have no communication of you guys. And now you guys are doing time shit. What
It
can I
is
say?
divine.
Cosmic coincidence.
Yeah, divine providence.
Damn it, David Tennant, you son of a bitch.
I go gay for David Tennant.
I think he had ups and downs.
Nah, he seems super chill. He's got a good sense of humor.
Oh yeah, no, like as an actual person, he's cool. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
I don't care about
assume,
Doctor.
I assume.
I don't care about the 10th Doctor. Like he was really good, but you know, I wouldn't go gay for the 10th Doctor. I would go gay for David Tennant. But he's married. Blah. And I'm not out here trying to be a homewrecker.
Apparently, a lot of dudes are thirsting after Geralt.
Oh yeah, Henry Cavill. I go gay for
Yes.
Henry
Oh
Cavill.
yeah.
Solely because he's a gamer. And he can buy me a computer.
Hell yeah.
There's a stream of him
Build
just building a computer, and it's like
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
appreciate.
saying. You
Yeah.
could build you one too.
Yeah, he could build me. And then I would just be there, just like, Henry, baby, I love you.
I'm eating chicken.
Wasn't
you
there a
bastard.
thing? Wasn't there a thing where like he
What?
barely missed his callback for
Yeah,
Because he's
Yeah.
playing WoW.
Superman produced?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
playing WoW.
exactly World of Warcraft. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Absolutely love
I don't play WoW, but maybe for you.
Mm.
Maybe for you, big babe.
He holds me between his strong arms while I'm playing.
Oh yes.
I'm in pain, but I can't lie. I am smiling because it's hilarious.
Yeah. So Garth, are you sort of having it like it's not just we're waiting for the planet to rotate enough, we're actually moving the physical planet around to where we want to go, kind of deal? or are you thinking
Well, that's why I added the
just waiting
the-
until it rotates?
Yeah, that's why I added the bit at the end of just like, oh, we go time-wise back to when we started.
Why don't you
Television.
PM Kirsty what you're writing so she can
Oh,
liberate
it's
You
in the
can
way
just
for
post
us
it
to
there. The final draft just has to have at here, and then I'll know that's the final draft.
Oh,
I was just bringing her
Yeah,
attention to
got
it specifically so she could put it. The idea is literally
Yeah,
like,
too many laughing at me being gay of Henry Cavill.
imagine.
You may want to specify us.
Us.
Just saying.
Well, I did. It says pause us.
Yeah,
on
so
location.
No.
well, no, as in
Specify
names.
Whom you are referring to.
Yeah. So Rose, Fia, Abigail, and Barrett. God, I, oh my God, yeah, Annabelle, yeah, bring her away from the bad
And
influences.
Annabelle, steal her from her parents.
I was gonna jokingly type that in. Oh god, no! Then we just have
Yeah.
the wrath of two angry parents that just got their daughter back. That's the worst possible case, honestly.
Ah, that's crazy, huh? That'd be wild.
Rick.
That'd be
Yeah, okay, so-
crazy.
I was going to say, so we'll make sure we specify when we go back as well, because it could be like we could go back and it's like, oh look, 10 years have passed. Oh no.
Yeah. Basically, the image I have in my head is imagine someone taking a softball, throwing it in the air, and the softball just stops there, and then the entire planet moves under them. And then, whenever we find the spot that we want to, the softball comes back down. But because the
Yeah.
planet itself is still moving, that's why I had that clause at the end of rewind us time-wise back to when we would have paused, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's like, the softball lands, and the planet's been moving for 50 years, suddenly you're 50 years in the future. So it's like, okay, we need to land
That
and
would
then
be
have
pretty
it
rad.
move back. But not location-wise. Yay, 4D chess! No, this is like 7D chess at this point. Oh, God.
Oh my God, no.
I love it.
Okay, so planet shifts underneath around
This is-
us.
if-
Let me find-
If we ever have a moment where we're just like, why does Rose have, like, 20 intelligence? This. This is the closest,
probably
and this might be
specify
like
where-
a 16.
yeah,
Specify where we want to land.
we should probably
yes.
specify. Yeah, exactly. Rather than just where we desire, because that could be like if we start thinking about somewhere else during the casting or something, we could end up like in the back and beyond.
It's like, man, I really want to go to, like, this one spot I knew in the capital, settle in the capital. Shit!
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh yeah, this reminds me of that time, and blam bam, they're there.
Underneath and around us.
Um,
Find the locale we desire. Okay, so the locale we desire. Until we find... Do we want to just go back to our front door?
Yeah, that could work.
Till we line up with our front door of the house.
I will say, like, from the sounds of it, you want the planet to rotate under you, right?
That's kind of the idea,
Mhm.
yes.
You guys aren't exactly in, like, a perpendicular line to your front door.
I figure.
Yeah, like, if you guys want to throw the Earth off its rotation, you're free to, but something tells me you don't want that. They're not going to move in a vertical manner if you're wording like this.
Nakashe, yeah, let's have it just so we're pulling it towards where we want to go. So, yeah, like moving the entire planet around us, kind of deal.
So you want to throw the Earth off kilter.
No.
I mean, can we put it back to where it was afterwards?
With the blessing of God, maybe. But currently, we have a 10th level spell slot. It's...
In that case, what if we just like step out of reality entirely and then just step back in where we want to be? So it is a literal like
Oh, yeah.
time space deal.
Oh, yeah, well...
So it's like
Yeah, just so, like, shunt into a different plane, and then move in that plane, and then re-shunt where we want to be. Is that what you're
Yeah.
suggesting?
Sounds like a plan.
yeah,
I
or
think that-
just leave our plane entirely and just you know how like when I'm just gonna, can I just use this pen tool very quickly? So if we're like here, we literally just come out of there and go back in, kind of deal, like if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm getting what you're saying. Yeah.
So like this here is like the wall, if you want to put it, of like our plane. We poke out of that, leave it entirely, like open a door, go out, and then we come back in where we want to be.
I think that works a bit better. Yeah, rather than shifting.
Because I could still have the time dilation that you're wanting as well, because we're not even, we're still not even.
If we have to ditch parts of my idea for this to work, then yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna be picky. The time dilation is mostly something that I think of like as a potential side effect more than anything. So it's like you want to sneak in like, hey, manipulation of time to a degree, just because like you don't want to fucking end up 30 years in the future or in the past.
I mean, technically, we're not a part of reality at all, really. When you're thinking about it, so you could just
well, man, pass what
go
you're
to whatever
smoking.
you want, I guess. Yeah, just hand over the bog, man.
Is there like a? I want to say the Astral Sea, but is there like a plane in particular that's like wibbly wobbly timey-wimey?
The void.
Diving into the void is probably not going to improve our situation a lot. Actually, that could be like
the world spring, but you guys don't know that exists.
Fair. We could, in a weird way.
Well, what's between the
wow,
planes?
We could have it
Is that
dip
the void?
into the void.
The
We can have it dip
ethereal
into the
realm.
void and then go out
Which is
there
the
and
ethereal
see.
realm.
Well, the ethereal realm isn't like a different plane; it's a demi-plane. It's attached to the normal plane. It's like
it's where ghosties live.
it's like the fucking salt seasoning on the meat. You know, it's like it's still a part of it, but it's connected.
But you know it's salt.
Yeah, it's like but it is sort of different.
Okay.
So we just.
You got it. I think you got it.
So we take
you,
our
you
little-
got the right of it, Kirsty. There.
Yeah. So we take our little bubble, shunt it out of existence for a second, and then have it pivot around existence and shunt it back in where we want it to go.
Yeah, we're literally like going out, we're pulling to where we want to be, and then just shunting ourselves back in.
I think that's a better idea.
Okay.
It's like taking my idea
Alright,
and
so
making
how
some
do-
like actual possibilities with it.
Alright, let's
That's the
try.
foundation of teamwork, my man.
So, I don't know how to properly word this. Okay. So,
Chicken.
Channel that inner bard of yours, Kirsty.
yeah, Rose. Oh, I've written Rose twice. Wait a minute.
No, there's two of us. We shunt
Oh,
ourselves out of
right.
existence. We find ourselves
Hey.
again. We come back in. There's more of us.
Hey, double roast. That could be a doppelganger. That would be fun.
Last
the
time you
fake
guys met
one.
a doppelganger, it didn't go so well.
Nope.
But we got a cool
Fucking
flower
Baba.
out of it. That definitely wasn't going to turn us into a psychopathic murderer.
Yeah, I wouldn't have turned all of you. No, it just would have turned you.
That was like the craziest clown laugh I've ever heard. Oh, I know that. Babas aren't even that hard. They're just like vegetables and shit shoved on a skewer. Why don't I make these? These are delicious.
Honestly, the secret of cooking any vegetable is throw garlic on it.
Oh yes.
Really?
That is the
That's
foundation of
like
life.
Especially spinach.
Oh my
Spinach?
god,
Putting
I
garlic
love
with spinach?
spinach.
Yeah, no, Sam.
The light sprinkling.
The only
of
problem is
oil.
like you fucking throw like a mound on and then you're left with a shrivel. Because it shrinks so
Mhm.
much.
It does. And it cooks so quickly as well, so you've got to throw it in like the last second.
Yeah.
a light sprinkling of oil, some garlic, some
Salt,
white
pepper.
pepper. Yeah,
This,
and
little
then
bit of that. Shabam, shabam.
roasted in the oven for a tiny bit.
I know I'm eating food, but I'm now hungry again.
You're doing better than me.
You got food like 2 hours ago and it looked delicious. What are you talking about?
How do you know what it looked like?
Well, I assume it looked good because of the picture you posted forever ago. Of the
I don't think I've ever
example
posted that
food.
picture of Tasha Bell.
Wasn't it like the meat that was wrapped in like a pastry that thing? Or
The
was that
Pan de Jargon? No, that's fucking a random picture I found. I didn't make that shit.
Oh,
That's on Reddit.
well then I have no
I
idea.
wish
what
I
you
had
ate.
that.
I have no idea what you ate then. No, Crucial's happening. I got some water. Bear back.
Oh god, I can't spell. This thing is just
It's all good.
red lines everywhere.
Why did I skip like half a page of my notebook?
Okay, so what about that?
Pull us,
Disgusting.
Rosaphia Abigail Barrick, out of reality, this plane, then reorientate us, Rosaphia Abigail Barrick, to point, time, space we desire, Drift Rivers Bay, the home we
I'm gonna help my wife with a thing real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Push us back into reality. Location.
Is there any way those words could be twisted? Ignoring my awful quotation marks, because that's in the wrong place.
The only thing that pops in the head is like potential safe travel. Because you're being shunted out of existence. Maybe put like a clause of just like safely out of existence, like we're protected.
Plane unharmed.
Okay.
It's like that.
Physically unharmed. You can still be mentally fucked. No. Location unharmed, sure. What about... Part of me is just like thinking like this feels like an overcomplicated teleportation, but it's not staying in the area that you'd be teleporting through normally, it's going out of it.
I mean,
maybe have something in there to prevent people from like pulling us back. But I don't know how you would word that.
So then being to as unhindered. Unhindered by outside forces. Like that. So this plane then reorientate us unhindered by outside forces. Rosaphia, blah blah blah.
To a point in space we desire, Drift Rivers Bay, the home that we own in the jagged expanse. I like the specificity there. Just like the home specifically on this continent. Yes. Same time, we activated the Ace of Wands card. Don't give him time to react. Shit. I think that's good. I think it's about as good as we can with like a fucking 10th level slot of power that might kill us. Well, one of us.
Yeah. Let's see what. Wait a minute. I was looking at the
And back.
birthday tome favors.
Birthday tome favors, please.
I know. I don't know if that's going to help, but maybe.
Where's...
Okay. So shall we say that's it, or is there anything else you could think of?
I'm trying to think of like a way to weasel in like fucking give us the ability to move around much easier. But I can't.
Well, like in the future.
Yeah. Like to get us like some long-term benefit, but I don't think I should be focusing on any throwing additions in there.
Then unharmed. Maybe this process should. The end result should. Oh, I don't know. Like
It's
having
fine
something
if
at the end of it. No, I was just trying to think of the wording. This process should be reusable with a item.
Infinite key
Maybe.
card. We're back to square one.
Yeah.
If anything, if we add in like, oh, this process is reusable or something along those lines, it would potentially just make like a teleportation circle in our house to the trader base. So maybe we should just avoid that.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You see what
It's like,
you
all right, yeah,
that's
you
a
guys can go
thing,
back at
actually.
any time, and then they activate the circle and drag you back. It's like, oh fuck.
That is a thing, actually.
Yes.
Physically unharmed, and we should not be traced. Physically unharmed and unfollowed and untraced. And not
We could do.
traced.
You're missing a comma after Fia.
God damn it.
His teacher.
Oh, I'm missing a
Literally,
lot of comments
literally
with that.
teacher. Yeah. Could also add this cannot be because it's a possibility that it could give them access to like outside playing powers. So we should make it so that this after this use the pathway is closed. Something along those lines. Like after this one-time use, that capability is that one path we made is just fucking gone. Burn notice. The fun thing is we're
Maybe
playing
opened at the source, as in the traitor's place.
I think
And
we opened
I'll
it
just put
all.
it just cannot be reopened.
Cannot be reopened.
Like full
yeah.
stop, maybe.
Yeah, because if we make
Yeah.
it so that like, oh, they can't access it, but we can, then it's like, okay, they're just gonna sneak in our house and access it, and then get outside the universe somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty
I don't know
much.
what they could or could not do with that capability, and I don't want to find out.
Okay, so after this use, the path created is closed and cannot be reopened.
Sounds like you got something.
Also, we steal Annabelle.
And-
Lol.
Preferably, blow up the entire place, but please spare Annabelle, please, por favor.
You get one
Just-
one request, not two.
Just tack news. That
Damn it.
shit. We could just be like,
Spell slot.
we could just be like, hey, this is a big trader town. We use a 10th level spell slot just to nuke everything. Fuck you all. Oh Jesus. It's a theoretical option. The thing
okay.
is, what would happen is the Archon would probably be like, no, but just this one room gets nuked. Idiots. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the
by outside forces. To a point in time and space we desire, to Goose Bay, a home that we own in the Dragon Expanse. At the same time, we activated the Ace of Wands. Then push us back.
So who's pulling the pin on this grenade?
That is a good question. As if I remember correctly,
I mean-
Crash was saying something along the lines
yeah,
of
I
like,
think it should probably. Yeah. I mean, killing is.
If
I
mean, honestly,
you're
I think
afraid
it
of it, Rose wouldn't really have hesitation in activating the card. Because
Well, no. Well, here's what I'm saying. I feel like Fia should do it because it's her fault you got in this mess yet again. So I feel like she should take responsibility and maybe get you out of it.
Rose would counter that by saying, I signed us up for this, I could have stopped you. So it's just like, that argument is irrelevant to her. But
Well,
you are
I'm.
also the more magically capable. I wish I could give you Venian's Mask, but I don't think I could. I don't think that would really help. I don't know. It might help. But it requires attunement, and I think giving you an item that requires us to sit down for 10 minutes, that would probably set off some alarms. And they're like, hey, they're doing something over there.
Yep. Okay, so
So just throw at here on
are
that
we saying this is the
message.
final draft?
Yeah!
Yeah. Okay.
Get rid of this
Let's
room before I get shit out of someone.